A recent poll shows that voters in Britain favor increased spending on public services over tax cuts, giving the opposition Labour Party a potential advantage ahead of the probably autumn general election. The survey conducted by political consultancy Global Counsel in December found that almost two-thirds of Brits believe any available financial flexibility should be used to improve schools and hospitals, while just over a quarter prefer to use it for the use of the reduction in income tax. These results appear to call into question the strategy of Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, who has highlighted tax cuts and immigration control as key parts of his bid to win another term for the Conservative Party, despite presiding over a post-war peak in Britain's tax burden. The polls suggest Labour's focus is on increased public spending, particularly the transition to a green economy, which is more in line with voters' preferences. Labour's plans include major spending on a green economy, a massive housing programme, and a commitment to tackling shortcomings in public services. Labour does not rule out tax cuts, but emphasises the importance of affordability and prioritises economic growth. The poll result reinforces Labour's belief that it is on the right track for the upcoming election. Critics argue that Sunak's focus on limited tax cuts may not resonate with voters, as now also this poll suggests. Global Counsel, the organization behind the poll, is associated with Peter Mandelson, an ally of Labour leader Keir Starmer, but sticks to a cross-party agenda. The results are consistent with other public polls, such as a Delta poll survey following Chancellor Jeremy Hunt's autumn statement, which showed a majority of Brits believe tax cuts would make no real difference to their household finances. And YouGov's ongoing polling consistently ranks the economy as a top priority for voters, with the latest poll showing Labour has increased its lead over the Tories. And that the survey also found that 64% of respondents see the cost of living as the most important issue, with 30% citing immigration. While voters support Starmer's ambitious housing program, expectations for personal financial well-being vary, with 38% expecting an improvement and 40% expecting a downturn in the coming year. The prospects for the upcoming general election in Great Britain are currently quite good for the Labour Party. In the latest polls, Labour is well ahead of the governing Conservative Party. And Labour leader Keir Starmer enjoys a high approval rating, while Prime Minister Rishi Sunak is still under pressure, although Starmer is not so much different in the public eye from behaviour. The Labour Party has repositioned itself in recent years and is once again moving closer to the centre of society. And Starmer has distanced himself from the left wing of the party and is pursuing progressive but pragmatic policies. And this has brought him popularity among voters from the middle of society, although he's keeping a lot secret, as I criticize all the time. The Conservative Party, however, is divided. You remember Johnson and the Partygate affair, in which he was charged with attending illegal parties during the coronavirus pandemic. And the party is also divided on the question of Brexit. And it is therefore entirely possible that Labour will win the next general election. And this would be the first time that Labour Party has returned to power since 2010. But of course, the political situation can still change between now and the elections. And if Sunak manages to ease the pressure and somehow, with a miracle, unite the party, the Conservative Party could still win. But Labour's prospects are currently very good. And there are indeed some factors that will affect the election outcomes. If the economy is doing well, this could benefit the Conservatives. Rising prices could help Labour here on the other side. And the Brexit topic, if the Conservatives use it against Starmer and force him to give answers, that could give them some votes again. But ultimately, it will depend on how the parties present themselves in the election campaign and what issues they address, and for how many traps Starmer will fall. and how much the extreme right wing and the Tories will attack their own prime minister again. So it's a very exciting thing, but with potential advantages for Labour. And if you want to know more about Brexit and UK politics, the next video is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.